another Sunday drive. Come on, let's go. So, today, I decided to take a drive off the beaten path and go a direction that I rarely go anymore. I used to travel this road quite a bit, but I don't anymore because I don't live out this direction anymore. So, I decided to come out here. This little area out here is called Petey, Oregon. And it's got some cute little places here and there. And so I thought I would take you along for the ride and see what we can see. It's been a while since I've been this way. And of course it's going to rain too. So this is Highway 223, the Kings Valley Highway. And once upon a time I lived in Kings Valley in a cabin that had creek water for water, no indoor plumbing to speak of. And, yeah, that was an exciting couple of years. It's not the only home that I've lived in, though, that had an outdoor privy. When we were still living in Georgia, we lived in it would have been over 100-year-old plantation home. And they had put electricity in there, but there was no plumbing in there. There was like a cast iron clawfoot bathtub in the kitchen, and my mom used to heat the water that we drew out of a well, hand drew out of a well, and yeah. We're going to take a little shortcut up here. Well, it's not a shortcut, really. It's just I want to see what things look like up here now that they took most of the trees out. This whole hill used to be covered in big, huge trees. And they did leave some along the road right here. And they are pretty big and pretty old. So, this here is a cemetery. And it's kind of a cute little cemetery up here. It's always been well taken care of. Boy, it's kind of windy up here. Yeah, I'm not going down that road. Not in this car. Maybe in something else I would. But it's too nasty, or I would have got out and locked her in. But it is a shame that there's so many of the trees that they took used to look almost close to the hill that's right across the street from here. So I'm going to take another little detour here and show you another place that I've been to before out here. We're definitely getting off the beaten path right now. This road actually goes straight through, or not really straight through, it's kind of zigzaggy, but it goes through over to a small town called Hoskins, which is kind of a pioneer type town that's been around that long. So getting back to my story about living in a plantation home when we lived in Georgia, it was the last home that we lived in before we left Georgia and came back to the West Coast. It's been so long since I've been out here. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I have to go this way. Anyways, back to the story again. Okay, so we're living in a 100-plus year old plantation home. It has wraparound decks, or a wraparound porch, all the way around two sides of the house. The front of the house and the long side of the house. And what I remember about it is that just practically every room in that house had a fireplace in it. Because back then, that's how they kept the house warm. Something else that I remember about living in that house is that we had two black king snakes that lived on our porch, basically. And my dad said that we had to leave them alone because they were good snakes, because they would eat the other bad snakes. So that wasn't too thrilling. I'm not a real big snake fan. And down in the South, as some of you all know, that there's all kinds of snakes down there and things that slither across the ground. Yep, and that house, like I said, it had a well that we had to crank up the bucket. It had a barn. It had the outdoor privy, of course. And then it was on, I think it was about 500 acres. And it had a pond that was out there that was pretty cool. It had a little sunken wooden boat out there, and one of my brothers caught a fish by hand in that boat. But we used to go out to that pond and go fishing, mostly fishing for catfish, and I know there was other fish that was in there, probably bass. But that was fun to go down there and go fishing with my parents and my brothers. The first time I ever rode a horse, well, I can't say that. That was not the first place I ever rode a horse. But my mom used to put me on the back of this buckskin quarter horse that we used to have, and her name was JJ. And it wouldn't have a saddle or a bridle or anything like that. She just let me sit on it while I was out grazing. And one time I was on her back, and she decided to head back towards the barn. Well, when she got to the barn, she saw the cornfield. And there she went to that cornfield. Okay, this is the place that I was wanting to come to, but it's still raining out. Otherwise, I would take you for a little walk. This is called Ritter Creek Park. And it has a bunch of little trails and stuff that you can go on, and it has the creek that's right there. But we'll come back here sometime when it's sun shining, not raining. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to head back out to Highway 223, the Kings Valley Highway, and take you somewhere else. So let's go. Oh, out here in the middle of nowhere, and I have to wait for traffic. Okay, here we go. Very, very tired of the rain. Don't get me wrong, and I've said this before, I'm very thankful that we're getting all this rain, so maybe the fire season won't be quite so bad. But yeah, I just want to be able to get outside and do some stuff. And we have a big project that's coming up in August. And I know that's, months away already. I mean, still. But there's a lot of work that's got to be done. We have a bunch of mature plants and bushes and trees that are close to our home. And I have no idea why my phone just shut off on me like that. That's special. Anyways, what I was talking about before my phone shut off was that even though we saved and saved and saved to be able to put this better siding on our house to protect our investment, I wanted to put rock on a small portion of the house. There was only a couple of areas that we wanted to put rock at, and it was like 3 feet up, and it really wasn't that much. But when we got an estimate for them to put panels of rock up, because they come in panels, and then they just cut them, and they quoted us an additional $18,000 on top of what we already are paying to have the siding put on, which is ridiculous. So this is called Ritter Creek Bridge. And even though it's raining, I am taking you along to go show you the inside of it. This is over Ritter Creek, of course. Oh, look at this. These, I believe, are people who donated for the restoration of this bridge. That's pretty cool. I like that. Look at how big this is. Wow, it's really a lot taller than I thought. And look at how fancy it is, too, with these windows. There's several of them on both sides. Come over here. Woohoo! There's the Ritter Creek down that direction. I like how they have picnic tables in here too. You can come here and have a picnic. And here's the creek from this side. Very cool. What is that over there? I don't know. Thought I saw something over that direction. Here's some information about this bridge. So I'm really not sure what's going on with my phone. It felt a little hot when I took it down, but I did get an error message that said that I reached the length of my video time. So that's really odd. I know I've had longer videos than that, and I never had it shut off like that before. So we'll have to see what happened with that and see if I can piece this all together okay for you guys. Looks like I need to adjust this a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. I think I know what happened with one of the times that it shut off, because I got a text message telling me that, I got a text message saying that today would probably, or tomorrow would probably be a better day to do a video. That steep road in front of us, that's where we went up to the cemetery. So we're headed back the direction that we came. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna end this right here, and thank you for coming along for the drive, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.